Good evening. My name is Ashnathari. It's a very special day today. Do you know why? The students of Speak Academy have completed their level 1 and level 2 in public speaking, are going to perform their speeches that they have written in front of a live audience. I'm excited. Are you? I wish to begin today's event by welcoming our keynote speaker, Dilan Joseph, Director of Speak, Parviz Imamuddin, respected parents, coaches, students, and esteemed guests. I welcome all the 24th Speak Carnival. To begin the session, I invite Manal to the screen.
Kundavi Vasanta Raja, an unforgettable day in my life. An unforgettable day in my life. Kundavi Vasanta Raja.
You love to get gifts, don't you? But what kind of gifts do you like the most? Dear cannot speak her parents, coach, and friends. On the 26th of December 2020, when I was 8 years old, we decided to celebrate our grandfather's birthday. He was coming to our house, so we brought him a cake. I was so happy that it was my grandfather's birthday, and on 28th, it was my birthday. We went out and had fun on his birthday. The following, I was excited for my birthday. I didn't sleep that night because of the excitement. And the next day, as soon as I woke up, my mother yelled in excitement, "Happy birthday, my dear Kindumani." And then my sister, brother, and my father wished me happy birthday too. My grandfather called from Colombo to wish me. In the evening, I was asleep. I woke up to a complete surprise. The cake was there on the table. It was arranged by my parents. I got ready to cut the cake. I dressed in blue color frock and a bow. Everyone was ready with the gifts. The cake was a princess cake, and that one also was wearing blue dress with a rose. I liked it so much. Everyone sang happy birthday Krindavi. After I cut the cake, everyone clapped and the most exciting part began. Gifts. My sister gave me a tiny razor. My mother and father gave me a flower. I loved that so much. My uncle and aunt gave me a book. My cousin sister gave me a handmade card. I like it so much. It was very interesting. And I was happy to have a family like this. And these gifts, I was looking at the little eraser, the flowers, and the card, and the book I got. They were all so small in size, but I liked them more than any big gifts because even though the gift is small, there is so much love in it. I'm glad to be loved so much that my friends is the biggest you can get and give. So the love you get and give, love much as you could. Thank you so much to all.
Tinuri Dahamya, take care of our responsibility. Take care of our responsibility. Tinuri Dahamya. Have you ever forgotten to take care of your responsibilities, dear sir and friends? I have. One day, my mother left my brother with me and went to the market. My brother and I were happily playing on the street. Thirsty and left my brother on the swing and went into the house. I took a quick break from the responsibility my mother had given me. At that particular moment, my brother tried to get down from the moving swing and it banged on his head. When I heard my brother crying, I realized that I had left him outside all alone. I quickly went outside to see what had happened. I saw my brother on the ground with a wounded head. I felt sad and scared because my mother gave me the responsibility of looking after him. I thought to myself that if I had taken care of him, this would have never happened. When I felt even sadder, I quickly cuddled him to stop him from crying. I went inside and got some ice and kept it on his wounded head. From that moment, I thought that I will never leave my brother alone again. So, my dear friends, always think twice before you take that break from your responsibility. Take care of your responsibility because no one else will thank you. Fast. I love to watch movies in the television for a long time. I love to watch movies in the television for a long time. Fast.
Your mother seems to put limits on just the thing you want and like, right? Dear keynote speaker, coach, parents, and friends, my mother also does the same. One day, I was sitting down on the sofa comfortably, and I asked my mom, could I watch TV? And she said, yes, of course. But then she added, you can only watch TV for half an hour. Oh, that limiting. I said, okay, I will only watch TV for half an hour. Then I watched TV and half an hour finished. And my mom said, that's enough watching TV. But I like to watch more. So I said, just a little more, please. My mom said, but you promised me that you will only watch TV for 30 minutes. Then she thought for a while and said, okay, you can watch TV for 5 more minutes. Then the 5 minutes passed and my mom forgot about it. So I ended up watching TV for 30 more minutes. But then my eyes started to pain. I called my mom. And my mom said, that's why I told you. Don't watch too much TV. It's harmful for your eyes. Then she took me to the washroom and put few drops of water into my eyes. And after some time, it got better. I promised my mom that I won't watch too much TV and I will always listen to her. So, my dear friends, our mothers put limits on things because they love us and want to help us to stay away from harm. So please, if your mother puts limits on something you like, please listen to her. Even though you like it, it might be bad for you. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening.
Oniti Hasania Vella Hetti. Beware of what's around you. Beware of what's around you. Oniti Hasania Vella Hetti.
You are usually walking in the road. Everything seems great. But does that mean you can go about carelessly? My dear sir and friends, I usually go to my English class with my friends and usually her father takes us to the class. But that day, he was busy with his work and we had to go to the class alone. To go into the class, we have to open a big black gate. It was not easy. Anyhow, we opened the gate and went in. We just walked 2 steps forward and my friend turned back screaming, "A dog, a dog!" We were terrified and dashed out of the gate, holding each other's hands. There was a huge tree. We went and hid behind it. But the dog saw us. We started to run around the tree. The dog started to run around too, chasing us. Suddenly, the dog opened the gate. The dog changed its mind and ran back to the gate. We saw one of our friends entering the class, but he didn't get a chance to go in because the dog caught him. At the same time, like a hero, my friend's dad came and pushed the dog to the kennel. We rushed to help our friend. Poor girl was bitten by the dog. Her mom took her to the doctor. We didn't go until the teacher arrived. After the teacher arrived, we all went in. My dear friend, wherever you go, it is very important to be aware what's happening around you. It could be a danger lurking around anywhere. So you need to be watchful. It could be a sinister person, a potholder in a road, or a dog. Wherever you go, it is always stay sharp. Thank you.
Aravindan Abaragaitan. How I gain my time for more research and playtime. How I gain my time for more research and playtime. Aravindan Abaragitan.
Amar, Aravind Abarajidan, give me a minute. The name was pronounced wrong, so let me just correct it. It's Aravindan Abarajidan. How I gain my time for more recess and playtime. How I gain my time for more recess and playtime. Aravindan Abarajidan.
Today I'm going to talk about how I gain my time for more recess and playtime. The lockdown blues, the new normal, the era of darkness and boredom. Do you remember how it began? Dear keynote speaker, coach, parents and friends. It was just another school day, all with a short recess on a warm afternoon. I was patiently waiting for my dad to pick me up. It was a long day at the school and lots of homework to do at home. That reminded me of shooter playtime with my fellow buddies from neighborhood. But I could have never guessed how shorter the playtime has become. Anyway, it was the time I waved goodbye to my friends as my dad's gray dolphin color approached. As I got in the car, he was seriously listening to some newsreader
in the radio. As usual, I was humming my happy going home song. I was happy to go home. I have no clue that I will be home for quite a long time. When I got home that day, I was surprised that unusually my sisters and mom were home early from their schools and work respectively. That's when my mom exclaimed, "There's a pandemic around the world. We need to be precautious and possible need to stay home till the government declares otherwise." For the next hour or so, we were in a deepest conversation, trying to understand the new terminologies and meaning for pandemic to coronavirus. But, my dear friends, as hard as the pandemic made life for us, this is not a difficult time. This is also an opportunity. They say there's a silver lining on every dark cloud, and this dark cloud has many silver linings. What made me inexplicably happy was that there are no more schools until further notice. Come on, who cannot be happier with this news? I felt as if my vision and prayers finally paid off and became true. That is all the kids in the world could enjoy this time to self-discover themselves through playtime in this prime time of pandemic. Besides all the happiness, I could realize that there are some challenges here. I cannot play with my buddies due to pandemic control. On top of all, the online studies kept accumulating homework. Above all, pandemic made me to be creative and self-plan my time to balance studies and playtime luxuriously. What is more is good for a kid at our age than playing and self-discovery. Come on, boys and girls, let's play and discover ourselves. Thank you.
Let me answer, Patriana. Think twice before you go out. Think twice before you go out. Let me answer, Patriana.
Have you ever seen a baby special day sing from super to sad? Dear keynote speaker, parents, coach, and friends, unfortunately, I have. That was a great day of my baby sister's life. Do you know why? Because it was her reading the first letters day. At that special occasion, me and my friends were playing outside. We saw lots of birds flying in the sky. I asked my dad, "Could you take us to see our high castle?" Tell my mother there's my lunch. My dad took us to see a kite fly. My friends, my sister, and I went near those kites. Some young boys were flying them. Each kite was bigger than my father. They used not a string, but a rope to fly them. At that time, me and my friends were holding hands, but my sister ran at one of the ropes, wearing hats. Suddenly, I heard a noise. It was my sister crying. Guess what happened? One kite broke from my sister's leg twice, and her skin was ripped very, very bad. I cried so much that I couldn't stop, but my father was very sick. He carried my sister and ran to
we followed him. We bought some medicine from the pharmacy and my sister felt better. After that, I think twice before I get my little sister outside. Do you know why? Because, my dear friends, toddlers know very little and they are very delicate. They don't know what is safe and not, and they can even get hurt. So whenever you get the little toddlers out, keep a watchful eye. Thank you.
Once upon a time, there lived a boy called Sethmika. He was a passionate cricketer aspiring to be like Sangakkara, but when he was called to do a speech, he became anxious, nervous, and scared. So his parents decided to take him to Speak, a place where children got the opportunity to become great speakers. They trusted Speak to help Sethmika become a confident speaker. On his first day at Speak, Sethmika gave his first speech.
Me and my brother studies at Trinity College, Kent. My sister studies at Pushpadam Girls College. We three have a lot of fun at home.
Days, weeks, and months passed by. The day of the speech carnival arrived. Sethmika got onto the stage to do his final speech. His parents watched in anticipation, wondering if Speak would have delivered its promise. And then, this happened.
And my brother came running and flung the ball at me, trying to get me out. But I swung my bat like Sangha, hit so hard that the ball went flying like a bird and hit our neighbor's doorbell and went rolling down the garden. My two friends quickly hid. My brother went inside the house, closed the door, and I had no space to hide.
Onali Angamana, our responsibilities, Onali Angamana.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. While you have the wonderful day, imagine some total stranger taps on the shoulder and reminds you of your duties. Dear keynote speaker, parents, coach, and friends, believe it or not, that is what happened to me last week. Last week, me and my parents decided to go to the shopping mall. After lunch, we got some ice cream. Just because of this corona, I had to wear a mask. No, not only me, the whole world had to wear a mask. So when my father got ice cream, I obviously had to remove my mask to eat it. After the ice cream business, me and my parents went to the grocery shop. I was having a wonderful day. 5 minutes later, as I was strolling down doing some window shopping, someone tapped me on the shoulder. I turned around to see who it was. It was a man. He told me, "What are you doing?" I got really scared. I jumped up in the air and told my parents to come right away. So they came and my father asked him, "What's your name? And why are you approaching my daughter like that?" He replied, "I'm from the CID and your daughter should be wearing her mask at all times. And did you know you could be fined for not wearing your mask in public places?" Oh no, I just realized that I'd forgotten to wear my mask after the ice cream. So from that day onwards, I never ever put my mask down again. Because what he said always stayed in my mind. My dear friends, it is our duty to wear our mask all the time. If you ever find yourself removing your mask, put it on as quickly as possible, because it's always better to do it ourselves rather than wait for a total stranger to tap on our shoulder and remind you. Thank you.
Shanuli Pereira, care for gifts. Care for gifts. Shanuli Pereira.
Every one of you must have received gifts, right? Maybe your friend gave you a present for your birthday, or your relatives gave you a present. When you choose something, sometimes you may not need the present or you may not like it. About a year ago, I went to my cousin's birthday party. The party was held in the evening, and the whole family went to the party. So my cousin is 3 years younger than me, so there were mostly young kids playing with toys, dolls, and stuff like that. And we cut the cake, gave the cake, and young children played. At the end of the party, sometimes people give presents to people who came, right? So they gave presents to every kid who came. Even though I was little older than the normal age group, I received a present too. They gave pencil boxes to kids who came, and I received a pencil box too, but it was pink and there was Hello Kitty on it, so I couldn't use something like that to school, to class, or anywhere, right? So it was lying around the house for months, and after 3 months, after about 3 months, my cousin came to our place, and we were talking, having fun when she suddenly said, shall we play? And I know I'm a little old for this stuff, but when a young kid asks you, you normally do this stuff, right? And I went with her to play, and when we were going out of the house, she suddenly stopped, looking miserable, and said, "Is that what I gave you?" Looking really sad, and I looked at where she was looking, and I saw that the pencil box she gave me in the corner of the garage with other useless stuff. And I was like, I should have seen this earlier. And I quickly went there and picked it up and dusted it with my hands, and quickly ran to the house and put it on the table. But my cousin looked really sad and disappointed. I tried to cheer her up all day, but she still looks really sad. At that day, I realized she must have given the present happily to every kid who came to the party, hoping that they enjoy and treasure it. I really felt bad that day because I hurt her feelings, and I learned that you should respect gifts given by others because they gave it to you, hoping you would enjoy it. Thank you.
Mariam Marikar. Parents are always right. Parents are always right. Mariam Marikar.
Mothers are special, not only because they are mothers, but they can also be annoyingly right. Dear keynote speaker, parents, coach, and friends, my family is unique. I know you're saying all families are unique, but do your families have body parts that attract what actually does not belong to those places? I have 3 older siblings, and each of us have a special incident of inadvertently getting something in our bodies where it doesn't belong. One put a piece of chalk up her nose, the other got a piece of paper stuck in her ear, and the other got an ice cube stuck in her throat. I was the odd one out. The lockdown was finally lifted. My best friend was coming over. We were having a movie marathon with popcorn, drinks, and lots of food. So, the day before she arrived, I decided I needed to make the laptop look spotless. So I took a bottle of hand sanitizer and a tissue. And just before I sprayed, I hear my mother's voice in my head. Be careful of your eyes while using hand sanitizer. My mother had a nature of exaggerating things, so I just brushed that voice off my head and went ahead aimlessly spraying it on the laptop. Can you guess what happened? Yes, it went straight into my right eye. I screamed and I ran to the sink and I washed it and washed it and washed it as much as I possibly could. I came back and said to myself, Mariam, don't worry. Mom was just exaggerating. It only just stings a bit. At least that was what I thought. It wasn't until after a few minutes later that everything around me started to go blurry. There was a weird thin white coating over my vision. That was when it hit me. She was probably right. She wasn't exaggerating. I ran to my parents and I was rushed to the emergency department, where they washed my eye with 2 whole bottles of saline. And thankfully, I didn't lose my vision. Instead of losing my eyesight, I gained an insight. Sanitizers are nasty. Don't let them get in your eyes. Oh, and mothers are always right. My mother knew that sanitizers can seriously damage your eyes, but I completely downplayed her advice and almost lost my vision. So my dear friends, no matter what happens, always remember to listen to your parents, since they know the world a little better than we do. That tiny sanitizer spray couldn't defeat me, but to this day, I'm still afraid of sanitizers. Every time I need to go to a restaurant and they try to put sanitizer on me, I do this. So, I blame 2 things for this incident happening. 1, my eye. It's like a magnet that attracts everything that shouldn't go into it, like dust and parts of insects that need to be taken out with needles. 2, most importantly, myself, for not listening to my parents. So my dear friends, always remember to listen to your parents, since they have a better eye on the world than we do. I had to learn my lesson the hard way after a painful, long trip to the emergency department. Oh, and guess what? I'm no more the odd one out.
Ganesha Murthy, Yanusharam, problem with white colored medicine. Problem with white colored medicine. Ganesha Murthy, Yanusharan.
Things we'd like to do and things we don't. Do you think we can always get the things what we prefer? Because coaches, parents, and my dear friends. I sold. I was okay until I saw the color of the medicine. It was white in color, and I hated white color medicine since I was a baby. Naturally, it's for your own good. Have it, my mother said. If you give it to me, I'll spit it out, I replied. So I didn't take any of those medicine. My health went worse, and I was admitted in the hospital. The doctor looked at me and gravely shook his head and told my parents, if your son had taken the medicines properly, this won't happen. On the day of the recovery, I took a pledge. I could have stopped that 12 days of dreadful suffering in the hospital and that painful cannula if I had got that white color medicine. Friends, in life, sometimes you have to do things what you don't like to do. But at the end, you will realize it's for your own best. Thank you.
Devin Rajapaksha, be friendly with each other because everyone has something new for you. Be friendly with each other because everyone has something new for you. Devin Rajapaksha.
Is there a person you just don't like? Someone you stay away from? Do you think it's the right thing to do? Dear keynote speaker, parents, coach, and my dear friends, I got an answer to that at school. One day at school, when I was at the 1st grade, my teacher said, Devin, stand up, go sign up yourself to deliver a speech in the assembly. And I asked why. She said, "You don't do anything in the class rather than writing." So no arguments. I went and I signed up. I came to the class and I asked my best friend Dino, "What do I do?" And he said, "Don't worry." Dino asked Sadek, a friend in the next class who was friendly with me, but I wasn't. Dino went near Sadhu and told about the situation that I was facing. And the first thing Sadhu said was, "Whoa, what? Devin can talk?" And Dino replied, "Yes." And Sadhu said, "I know. You go to stage, turn left. When you're about to say the speech, turn towards the audience." While he was talking, I called him back and I said I was not interested because I wasn't friendly with him. I went to the class and after school, I went home. I studied and I think. But still nothing. The day arrived of my speech and the announcer said, "Please welcome Master Devin Rajapaksha to deliver a speech." I went to the stage. I had nothing to say. I was blank. I got scared and I went off the stage. And the next day arrived. While I was going to school, I was thinking, will the teacher scold me? Will the teacher scold me? I made up my mind and I went near the class. I slowly walked into the class. When my teacher was very happy and she was running towards me. I thought she was running towards another student. But no, still me. She came near me and touched my head and said, "I'm really proud of you." So I was confused. I went near Dino and I asked, "What's happening?" And he said, "We nominated you to do a speech again." And I was like, "What?" And I said, "I can't say no to my best friend." And Dino suggested me to go talk to Sadeh. I made up my mind, went near Sadeh and said sorry. And Sadeh said, "It's okay. Things like this happen." Sadeh teach me. Actually, he teach me well than I thought. I went to the stage and I did my best. At the end of my speech, I thought I was going up and up again because the whole stage and everything was vibrating because everyone was clapping. So everyone, I'm here today because of Sadeh. Yes, the same person I didn't like. My dear friends, we can achieve so much in this world if we work in unity rather than be divided by hatred. So don't love, hate. Thank you.
Devin Rajapaksha, don't risk your life for joy. Don't risk your life for joy. Devin Rajapaksha.
It's okay to have fun, but without risking your life. Dear keynote speakers, parents, coach, and my dear friends, what is the difference between a flower and a finger? For that, you'd ask our neighbor's dog. He's a vicious creature. This happened on a fine Saturday morning when we were about to go cricket. My father was having breakfast. Me and my brother went outside. We had nothing to do, so we threw stones down the hill. It was fun, perhaps too much fun. I was getting a little bored, and I told my brother, "Hey, guess what?" And he told, "What?" "Let's take a stone, throw it inside a neighbor's house, and when the dog comes, we'll touch the dog." My brother said, "Okay." Then I threw the stone. The dog came. It was barking. And right before I touched the dog, my brother shouted, "Oh, dear, don't you dare touch that dog." And what do you do if your brother says no? You do it. And I said, "Oh, what?" And I touched the dog. He was quiet for about 2 or 3 seconds, and boom, it ripped off my finger. My father came He saw blood pouring out my finger. He put me in the back seat and raced to the hospital. Like a flower, my finger bloomed back over time. My dear friends, I did something dangerous just for fun. A little overboard, don't you think? So, please stay within limits when having fun. Thank you.
Senuli Senna Singha, my 12th birthday. My 12th birthday. Senuli Senna Singha.
What is the best gift you could ask for? I got the best gift on my 12th birthday. Dear keynote speaker, parents, coach, and friends. It was 30th January. 2 of my friends came to my home, and one friend gave me a watch, and my other friend gave me a sewing machine. I love my 2 presents. And we went upstairs and played hide and seek and some other games. An hour later, we watched television. Then we went outside to ride my bike. The best part of my birthday when I cut the cake. And after lunch, we played with my neighbor's dog. Then we came home and played with water. And we played many board games too. It was so fun. Sometime later, we played the piano. But that was not all. An hour later, we played badminton. But every good thing has come to an end. So in the evening, my friends left and the party was over. You might be thinking I have got so many gifts. Can you guess which the best out of them? My friends, they are best gift ever. I am so glad to have good friends. I believe you have that gift in your life too. So please take care of that gift as best as you could. Thank you.
Ratika Vasantaraja. An unforgettable day in my life. An unforgettable day in my life. Ratika Vasantaraja.
What is the most important thing in life? Do you have an exact answer to that question? My dear sir and friends, I think we will know the answer to that question only when calamity strikes. When I was 8 years old, I had a fever. And after 3 days, I got cured. But on the third day, it was worse. When I was having my dinner, I got something wrong in my throat. And I couldn't breathe at all. When I eat or drink something, I couldn't breathe. And after that, I was taken to Suvasamana Hospital and they admitted me. They pricked me to put saline all over my body like legs and hands. I was so scared in the hospital room, I stayed there for 5 days. Those 5 days in the ward were the hardest in my life. Every night when I was sleeping, I had to put saline in my right hand. And it was a great torture. But I was very scared, you know. One day, when I came out of the room, I saw my whole family staying for me. And after that, I entered the X-ray room and they took an X-ray of my throat. The doctor saw this and said, it was an infection. I was like, what? Infection? Oh no. And after that, I was taken to ICU and stayed there for 6 days. And I was waiting for the doctor to come. The doctor came and said, I'm fine. So next morning, I got discharged. My whole family took care of me and they prayed for me. My grandmother came to see me every day. And even my grandfather came to see me. I'm proud to have such a good family. It would have been so much harder to get through those terrible days if it weren't for my family. So my dear friends, family is the most important thing in our whole life. We need to spend time with our family members. They will be there when they need them. And now importantly, we should be there when they need us. So I promise my parents that I will never ever send them to the old age home. Thank you. There was PG and KG, but I didn't start from that because I already had came to the nursery.
But guess what I did? I started playing games.
Is to be a NASA scientist, and that will be one reason too.
The people around me took the notice of my change and they said, Amy, oh, how dark you've become.
My friend's name is Huda. She is 9 years old. Her favorite color is black.
Your legs start to shiver, your heart is a pounding drum, your brain sizzles furiously.
Zikra Rifzan, a day at the beach. Zikra Rifzan, a day at the beach. It was a fine Sunday morning. I was so excited. Do you know why? Dear keynote speaker, parents, coach, and friends. Me and my cousins decided to go to the beach. It was bright and sunny. We packed a picnic, took our dogs to go to sandcastle, and got a big red board to play pass the board. Once we reached the beach, I was so excited. The sea was beautiful with passing clouds and blue sky, and the wind blowing gently. The waves came crashing to the shore. We took turns stepping on them. The sea sand had many shells. We collected a lot of shells, and together we decorated the sandcastle. Later, we spread a mat and had a picnic, which had apple juice, sweets, and sandwiches. Soon, it was sunset. I didn't realize how quickly time went by because I was so much fun. But then, since it was getting late, we packed up and left the beach. It was one of the best days ever. Thank you. That's good. Amir Irshad, an unforgettable day in my life. An unforgettable day in my life. Amir Irshad. Dear keynote speaker, coach, and friends, I am going to tell about my Jaffna story. One day, the Jaffna was very far away. Then we went by bus. Then I sang songs and reached to Jaffna. We reached to Jaffna. I planned to go to an island by boat. I started to go to the boat. Then, little far from the sea, the boat started to shake. Everyone got scared, and my friend was crying. And I reached to that island, and I had a nice week. Prashanta Sarala Pranava. My favorite person. My favorite person. Prashanta.
Okay, let me pronounce it. I think there was a mispronunciation there. It's Prashantan Saral Pranav, my favorite person. My favorite person, Prashantan Saral Pranav.
Good evening, everyone. Do you know who my favorite person is? Dear keynote speaker, parents, coach, and my dear friends. I love to taste an ice cream while getting wet in the rain. My favorite person is my father. He's an ideal person and a real-life hero to me. He's my best friend forever. His name is Prashantan. He's a Trustguard lecturer and fluent in Russian language. He's very famous in his office as well as society because of his politeness and gentleness. He's the boss of my family and he gives advice to every family members. He fulfills all of my wishes and I love him more than myself. He's so enjoying. My father is very punctual. He does not like to be late for any task and always suggests me to understand the value of time. He helps me with my studies too. He's the backbone of my family. The best quality of my father is his helping nature. He always extends his hands of help to neighbors in their difficulty and need help. I am proud of my father. He's a great soul who is always dedicated to help others. I love to become a good human being like him and make him proud. Thank God every day for giving me such a loving and caring father. Thank you, everyone. Serena E. Silva, let us fight against COVID-19. Let us fight against COVID-19. Serena D. Silva.
Manal will continue with January.
Januli Basnayaka, if I become a president of Sri Lanka. If I become a president of Sri Lanka, Januli Basnayaka.
Who do you want to be when you grow big? Dear keynote speaker, coach, parents, and all of my friends. Some of you might be having different ambitions, but I want to be the president of Sri Lanka. I'm Janali, and this is what I'm going to do if I am the president of Sri Lanka. I know the president is a very big person. He can do lots of things. I will not just be talking like them. Firstly, I want to have the biggest house with 3 playrooms and 5 rooms each for my 5 favorite dolls. a big pool. I think the schools are starting a little too early in the morning. They do not let children sleep. I will tell all schools to start late and let children come when they get up. Also, 2 more holidays after that, Saturday and Sunday are better. Whenever I ask for pizza, Ami says they're very expensive. Only 1 pizza a month. How can little children not eat pizza? I will tell all pizza delivery uncles to reduce the price so that Ami can buy them for me. Also, I will tell pizza uncles to bring some chips and nice toys with the pizza. I feel very sad for children on roads who do not have good clothes, good houses, or good food. No pizza, no burgers, no chips, no ice cream, no chocolates. I want to open a free shop of clothes and food for them. And we'll tell teachers to take them to my school. So, my dear friends, will you make me the next president? Thank you.
Ainul Hadya, my most favorite cartoon. My most favorite cartoon, Ainul Hadya.
Dear keynote speaker, parents, coach, and friends, do you know the most unique Disney movie that was ever made? Let me give you a clue. It's what water becomes when you keep it in the freezer. Yes, it's Frozen. But I'm going to talk about Frozen 2. Frozen 2 is all about the true love between two sisters, Elsa and Anna. Both sisters lost their parents when they were young. It begins when Elsa constantly hears this strange sound. Although strange, it sounded very familiar. She sets out on a great quest to find out what the sound meant. Firstly, she stumbles upon an enchanted forest and discovers the 4 spirits of nature: fire, water, earth, and air. Elsa is no ordinary princess. She has magical powers to create ice even in the summer. In her search, she uncovers the ship that her mother and father sailed on long before. They sailed across oceans to find the source of Elsa's powers, and she comes to know that that's how her parents lost their lives. Meanwhile, she discovers a mysterious island called Ataholen, an island made entirely of ice. It was her mother's voice which was calling out to her from Ataholen. The twist of the story is that she finds out that she is the 5th spirit of nature and the most powerful queen. After all, she is the queen of Arendelle. What a magical story, and that's why Frozen 2 is my favorite movie. Thank you.
Ayan Ajmal, my brother got the best sister. My brother got a best sister. Ayan Ajmal.
They say there is no bond like the bond between the brother and sister. Such is my bond with Adyan. A warm hello to all of you. My little brother has the best sister in the world. And that's a true story. Let me tell you why. This little guy can be annoying. Everything I do, he wants it too. He follows me around the house and even calls me into the washroom just to show me how he brushes his teeth. In case I don't go and check it out, he makes sure to step into the next level of annoyance and keep calling my name at the top of his lungs. Sometimes I feel like ripping off my hair. Do you feel me? But on the other hand, I just adore the fellow. If not for him, I would be all alone, all by myself. No one to laugh with, fight with, or share with. He makes everything fun, even the fights. He tests my patience. That's true. But he's a funny guy. He somehow manages to make me laugh at the end. I love him for that. He's the biggest foodie I know. He loves his food. Occasionally he asks me to make him a sandwich and I happily do it for him. I even go to the extent to teach him his ABCs and numbers. I also make sure he's done with his schoolwork before he gets a good scolding from mom. There are times I correct for the naughty things he does too. This lockdown has made me spend a lot of time with him. We have invented new games. We watch movies together, eat our meals together, go to bed together, and even get into trouble together once in a while. Literally, he's my best friend now. I share everything with him, and I hope it remains the same. I definitely couldn't have asked for a better brother. I thank God for sending him to us. But he might not know this yet. But he for sure is the luckiest to have me as his sister. Because no matter what he does, I make sure to stand along with him hand in hand, now and hereafter, just because I love him so much. And oh hey, did I mention he's going to remain my parents' second favorite child? Ha ha ha. Thank you.
I started at year 1. There was PG and KG, but I didn't start from that because I already had been to the nursery.
But guess what I did? I started playing games.
He is to be a NASA scientist, and that will be one reason too.
The people around me took the notice of my change and they said, Amy, oh, how dark you've become.
My friend's name is Huda. She is 9 years old. Her favorite color is black.
Your legs start to shiver, your heart is a pounding drum, your brain sizzles furiously.
The time has arrived. The wait is over. A semi-finalist at the International Speech Contest 2021. The champion, the Division of Humorous Speech Contest 2018. The manager, Digital Channel Experience at Amana Bank. And the immediate past president of Amana Bank, Toastmasters Club. Let me invite our speaker for today, Dilan Joseph.
I was just 4 years old when I was acting out the role of Incredible Hulk, my favorite superhero. He was inside the TV on top of a tall building. I was inside the house on top of the sewing machine. He jumped from that tall building, boom, shattered the entire floor. I jumped from that sewing machine, boom, shattered the sofa, and broke my hand. I knew heroes won't cry. So did I. But my mother, She didn't cry, she screamed. No sooner, the entire village was at my place. They rushed me to the hospital. I saw tears in everyone's eyes when the doctors said, "We cannot fix it." Knowing that broken toys are being thrown to the bin, I asked my mother, "Mom, will I be thrown to a bin?" With tears in her eyes, she kissed on my forehead and said, "No, my little hero, we love you for who you are." My dear speakers, that was the semi-final speech at International Speech Contest, which I delivered. But after seeing you champions performing today, I felt if I had the same privilege to have this sort of a platform when I was schooling, it would have been immensely important for my life. I'm sure that you got that opportunity to speak, to stand in front of a camera and to deliver a speech. Let me take you through the journey of my semi-final speech. Now, I was a product of St. Benedict's College. At school, I was quiet. I was timid. I didn't want to go in front of a crowd and to speak like you. I never got that opportunity. But when I was growing little by little, after my A-levels, I joined the banking sector. Still, I couldn't talk much. In 2015, I was invited for a club called Toastmasters. All the Toastmasters, they speak a lot, but still I was the quiet and timid person. In 2017, I was introduced by the Toastmasters to contest. Now that is where I started to talk in front of a larger crowd. And that was the place I felt how much the content, the coaching play a role, and what sort of a role a coach play in our life to mold us and to build us and to bring in front of an audience and to share what we have inside with the rest of the audience. I took the first step in 2017. Now you have already taken that. With whom are you going to compete? Now I saw this wonderful trailer, first speech and last speech. I think you know the answer. The contest and the competition is within you. You should be the person or the new version better than yesterday. My first impromptu speech supposed to be 20 seconds, but I spoke only 2 seconds. 18 seconds, I was quiet. That was my start. But I continuously practiced, learned, reading, everything went along together to build and to mold and to make me my version now compared with my first version. Every speech that you do, record it, and that would be a memorable step to see how much that you have put yourself to be on that stage and to compete with yourself. This year was a wonderful year for me because this is the year that I found my real talent to stand in an international stage. I started in the club level. I went up to area. I went up to division. I became the Sri Lankan champion and I became the South Asian champion to represent the semi-finals. Every step I took was a teacher, a professor, to teach me something more than what I have learned yesterday. My coach had the same ambition, same dream that I'm carrying. That is the reason the effectiveness of coaching came in hand in my journey. Now today, after listening to all of you champion speakers, I remembered my journey from the bottom and to the world champion, semi-finalist of world champion of public speaking. If you have a dream to become a better speaker, put all yourself together and compete with you. What I have heard recently was the children who do public speaking learn fast, act fast, and they know how to present what they have learned and what they want in their day-to-day life. So you have that opportunity. You like this character? That is my favorite. You have a superhero inside you, and you are in the journey of discovering that superhero. Today, I want you to see the first speech that you have done and the speech which you have delivered recently. You will find that superhero in that recording. Remember, you have a dream and make it real. Zoom Master, MC, over to you.
Dilan, thanks a lot, champ. So before you go,
my pleasure.
I would like to ask tell the kids that standing in front of you is a champion speaker who stood at the international stage at the highest level in Toastmasters, at the semi-finals of the World Championship of Public Speaking. So if you have any questions, if you need any tips, right? So he's right in front of you. Go ahead. Any questions?
So can I?
Yeah, go ahead, please. Yeah, go ahead.
In the first day, you said you were nervous. Did you made it in the first speech? Did it well? Or
not at all. But remember, your first step cannot decide who you are because it's just the first step. I was nervous. My brain was blanked. I didn't know what to talk. Now, the beauty of the nervousness is it can be controlled. How? You have to put yourself and practice because you are scared until you take that first step. When you take that first step, don't look back again because you are going forward. If you do a mistake in any of your speech, don't worry. Learn from that and take the second step forward.
Thank you. And is your hand okay now?
No, it is not okay, but you have to accept yourself for your mistakes and for what the backdrops that you have, the fallbacks that you have, because end of the day, nothing can decide who you are. My hand is still the same, but I know it's just a thing that happened to me. But I know I can make things better for me by taking it positively. So I'm taking it positively and moving forward.
Thank you.
I would just like to highlight something from that comment you made in the end. Yes, your hand broke, but precisely because you viewed that in a positive way, you were optimistic about it, that you were able to give a speech about that and climb up the ladder to the highest level. and get on to the World Championship, semi-finals of the World Championship of Public Speaking.
Yeah.
Kudos, Dilan. Yeah, we have another question. Who's that?
Whom do you take as an inspiration while you go to deliver a speech? Yeah, of course.
It was not clear for me.
Whom do you take as an inspiration when you when you go to deliver a speech?
Good question. Now there can be so much of inspirations. Like we have international speakers who already won the title, Toastmaster, the Dhananjay Hettiarachchi, and there are other benchmark where you can find in any part of the world when it comes to public speaking. But I want you to think something like this. Your inspiration should be you, because you know how and what you want in life. Think about any goal that you want to achieve. Think about that goal. Aim for it. That goal should be your inspiration. Then you would do anything to go there. Those names I mentioned, Dhananjay Hettiarachchi or any other speakers whom I have made it as the icon in my world, are benchmark. But the inspiration that I'm looking for is in me. So go for it and find your inspiration in you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Your best version is yet to come. Am I right, Dilan?
Of course, you have to keep on working to get that best version.
I have another question.
Sure.
Yeah, now when you were telling your speech, were you nervous? Were you nervous?
Shall I tell the honest answer for that question? Yes, because that nervousness is human. Because I'm a human. I always feel that even though that you are tiny little champions, when I step onto this stage, I have a little bit of nervous in me, but I know how to control it.
Yeah,
in life, any situation that you would have that nervousness, but you would be able to easily divert it with the message that you want to share with the world.
And on your first speech, you were nervous and not very confident, but now when you are talking, you are less nervous and you are a bit more confident, right?
Yes, that is where the practice makes you a perfect speaker. So keep on practicing. Then you can control your nerves and you will feel that you are better than yesterday.
I have a question.
Yes.
Who was that? We had two questions. Who's that? Setni. Okay, darling, go ahead.
Like when you were in the group like Toastmasters or something, like in the first time when you speak, you were first jealous with the other people.
Good question. I love it. Yes, there was a certain amount of jealousness because I didn't know how to tackle things there, right? And again, I say I'm a human. So you think, oh, see, that person is talking very well, why I can't do, right? But when you go there and when you start practicing, then you feel, okay, like them. One day you can be someone better, right? So it's human, but always remember you will get those feelings, but always try to be yourself and apply everything to you. Then you would not be worried about others, and there would be a time that you would help them with the knowledge that you have gained. So then your jealousiness would go away and you will love yourself more than the other days.
Dilan, can we take two more questions?
Sure, Faris.
We can take, Dilan can take 2 more questions.
I have Dihen. How to
Amar, can you spotlight the speaker, please?
sir, this
Amar,
is
can you
Dihen.
spotlight the speaker?
How
Okay. Dihen, go ahead.
sir, since you are best speaker in Sri Lanka, how to get rid of the nervousness?
Right. I would give 2 tips. There are more, but I would give 2 things. One is you should know what you're going to talk. Then you know the subject. If, for an example, if if you want to talk about yourself, you're the best person because you know about yourself. And if I ask you to deliver a speech about spacecraft, like astronomies, that you would not be able to do it because that's a separate subject. So very first thing that you should do is you should study what you're going to talk about in front of the audience. The second thing, you have to practice. I read a book, it says the authenticity doesn't just come. You have to practice on the stage, right? So practice is very much important. So 2 things as tips. One is learn the subject. Second thing, practice. Then you would not be nervous anymore.
So, hi.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Sir, what was your first? Sir, what was your first speech?
What was my first speech? It's about myself. It's about myself, so I know it better. So I delivered my first speech as about myself.
Okay.
Dilan, can we take 1 more question? Do you have time?
Yes, I do have.
Kids,
yes, for it.
Yeah, final question. Amar, can you please highlight the spotlight?
I have a question.
I have a question.
Amar, can you spotlight, please?
I have.
Amar,
I have a question.
Mariam, is it Mariam or?
I have a question.
If like while you were performing, if you did forget a part of your speech, what did you do?
It's a good question because there were enough and more times that I have forgotten my speech. Now, I'll give you 1 tip. Now, those days I used to by heart each and every word of my speech. Later, I get rid of it by internalizing my speech. Means, if I have a part of my speech about like for an example, the Hulk thing, I didn't practice the word by word. I practiced the flow of the speech, right? So I remember it as a story. It's like a story in my head. So when you try to do that, what happens is even if you miss a word or a line, you know how to get connected with that. So 1 thing, internalize. The second thing is practice. So if you keep on practicing, there would be a time where that you just go with the story. None of the things happens around you doesn't matter at all for you. So practice and internalize. Those are the 2 tips that I can give.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, kids, I think Dilan has been here for a while, so he has to leave as well. So we need to let him go. So Dilan, thanks a lot. I know you are running on a busy schedule, but despite that, you took the time off and came here to inspire the kids with your wonderful words, and you sure did that. If there was
my pleasure to be here, sir. Thank you very much. And it's a great opportunity for me also to share my experience and to be a better version of me than yesterday. So that opportunity itself is immense for me. So thank you very much creating the platform for me and for all the kids who are here. are privileged to have a platform to share their story to an audience. All the very best for what you're doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. If I had to squeeze out the essence of Dilan's speech, it would be compete against yourself and try to become the best version of yourself. And it's a constant struggle. Dilan, thanks a lot. And I wholeheartedly wish you all the very best. And may you have the best year this year and the years to come. Kudos. All the best. Okay. Amar. Okay. Manal.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Arav is not there, Amar. So can we move on to the next speaker, please?
Okay. Zaina Ishraq, the most memorable and fun trip. The most memorable and fun trip. Zaina Ishraq.
The most memorable and fun trip. Have you been on trips? I'm sure you have, but some trips are better than others, aren't they? Dear keynote speakers, coach, parents, and friends, the most memorable and fun trip was when I went to Istanbul with my cousins. We went in the early morning, and I was so excited to spend time with my cousins. I and my grandparents, along with my little brother, traveled in my uncle's vehicle. It was early morning. It was really in the evening, and I was so excited to see my room. We had a beautiful room with a luxury bathroom. I took a few of my toys to play with my cousins. We played all day. We almost forgot to take a bit of the food. The next day, we had our breakfast and jumped into the pool. After that, we went to the beach and built a castle and decorated it with shells. We saw fishermen and jewelry sellers. My grandfather bought me and my cousin bracelets made out of beads. I played all day. After playing and enjoying, I was hungry and tired. You know, it's a great trip when you're tired, hungry, and happy all at the same time. So, my dear friends, but you think that this trip unforgettable? Was it the bracelet, the food, the view, none of that. It was spending time with dear. So, my dear friends, you all have to cherish your friends. Thank you.
Tenuli helpevatta, an unforgettable day in my life. An unforgettable day in my life. Tenuli helpevatta. Yetuli D. Silva, why can't I get the things I want? Why can't I get the things I want? Yetuli D. Silva.
why can't I get the things I want? Do you find yourself thinking like this? Dear keynote speaker, thoughts, tales and friends. When I was 5 years old, we went on to Singapore with my family. I found myself asking the same question and found the answer. The previous day, we went to a big shopping mall in Northern Spain. As we were strolling around, I saw a Disney theme, fancy shoe. As we entered, I saw a sparkling pink princess shirt with big glitter on it. I took the two to try on. The salesman helped me to put them on. Then he said, "Oh, you look like a real princess." I felt pretty and special. Remember that, darling? I would have chosen a very cool, expensive pair of designer shoes. But I said to me, "I don't think we can buy these shoes. I have the design shoes, but I want it." Then my mother said, "These shoes are very expensive. We are not going to buy these shoes." Then I said, "I don't care what expensive means. I want them now. I see." Then my mother took me off to her lap and said, "Expensive means it costs too much money. But these shoes are very special to me." I know, but we have to. But we are going to spend them. If we buy these shoes, we will not be able to buy. We will not be able to buy any. We will not be able to buy the sister shoes. I was still laughing, but I put the shoes down. After that, I set aside and thought and said, maybe after lunch we would go to another shop and see if that nice shoes with me and my sister are not expensive. Friends, sometimes you want something badly. You can't get it right away. Sometimes it's great or it's hard, which is very important to us. That way we can share what is there and always be happy together. Thank you.
Mariam Farooq, the unforgettable incident that taught me a lesson. The unforgettable incident that taught me a lesson. Mariam Farooq.
The unforgettable incident that taught me a lesson. Have you ever had an unforgettable incident which also happens to be an accident? Well, I have. My dear keynote speaker, parents, coach, and friends. Last month, my dad gifted me a beautiful pink color bicycle. I was very happy. I hugged my dad and said, "Thank you so much for the gift, Dad. I love it." I started riding my bicycle every day. And one day, I saw many children riding bicycles on the road. They were shouting and playing. I like to ride on the road too. I was bored riding in the garden every day. The next day evening, I saw those children again. This time, I really wanted to go and play with them. I ran to my mom and asked, "Mom, I saw some children riding bicycles on the road. Shall I join with them?" My mom said, "No, Mariam, don't go. It's dangerous to play on the road. You can see the vehicles are going every time, right?" I was sad and I didn't speak to her until the next morning. The other day, I went to my mom and asked her again to let me ride on the road, but she didn't want me to go. This time, I didn't want to listen. I started begging her until she gave me a permission. At last, my mom said okay, but unwillingly. I was very happy. I kissed her, climbed on my bicycle, and rode to the road. I heard my mom saying, "Be careful, Mariam." Okay, I shouted back. I joined with the other children and played with them. Suddenly, I saw a motorbike coming towards me. I was scared and I started pedaling my bicycle as fast as I can. I got hit by the motorbike. Uncle who came in the motorbike scolded at me for riding on the road. Lucky for me, there was no big injuries as that uncle slowed down his bike. I saw my dad running towards me. He carried me home. I told you not to go. See now what happened? Mom said sadly. And then they put medicine on my wound. So, my dear friends, that day I learned that it's wrong to do something our parents stops us from doing. When your parents tell you not to do something, you shouldn't do it. Even if it seems to be a fun thing to do, I will never forget it because I got into a railroad accident. So, always listen to your parents. Thank you.
Manal, can you introduce Tenuli again because she had dropped out earlier. So can you introduce her again, please?
Okay. Tenuli halpevatta, an unforgettable day in my life. An unforgettable day in my life. Tenuli halpevatta.
When you are having fun, some pleasant things were happening around you. My dear keynote speaker, coach, parents, and friends. In 2017, 4 years old. Me and my sister went home in front of our cousins. My mom told us to stay in our bedroom while they were here. She knew about us very well. When they came and we greeted. Then we went to our bedroom to play. Nearly 1 hour went by. We were so bored and felt hungry too. Suddenly, I heard my mom preparing tea for. I came into the kitchen and saw the bottle of milk was on the table. Me and my sister looked at each other. We were thinking the same thing. My sister started to act on her friend. She secretly went to the kitchen and got the bottle of milk and came back to me. So happy, I started drinking. Oh my God, the milk filled over the floor. But we didn't care. It was a very fun fun. Suddenly, out of the blue, Mom came through. She was really angry after seeing such a mess. She ordered me and my sister to go to the same room. My sister to go to the same room and lock the rooms too. So unforgettable day, staying in my room, lock is terrible. We won't have to go on that trouble if we won't be mischievous. But after thinking, and we had to face the punishment. So my dear friend, always think before you act.
Harun Hussein, an unforgettable birthday. An unforgettable birthday. Harun Hussein.
Do you know why you should laugh, run, or talk while eating? Dear keynote speaker, parents, coach, and friends, my sister's birthday was a lot of fun. We had my uncles, aunties, colleagues, and friends. With my help, my mother made a beautiful ribbon cake. At about 7 in the evening, we all cut the cake while everyone sang the happy birthday song. The cake was so tasty. I was running around while eating the cake. One of my friends put icing all around my mouth. And while we were laughing about it, suddenly I got choked and I could talk. My mother soon came and tapped me on my back, and a big thick piece of fondant icing came out. I felt relieved. I learned that I should never laugh, run, or talk while food in your mouth. I wish and pray that the coronavirus will go away so that we can have parties and other events again. Thank you.
Menul Sajid Devnullah. The best birthday ever. The best birthday ever. Menul ever. The best birthday ever. Do you remember the last time you were very happy? Dear keynote speaker, coach, parents, and my dear friends. I had my 6th birthday this year, and that was one of the happiest days of my life. I had a few presents, and I couldn't wait to open them. I had so much fun. My mind was asking, what's this big box? What's this big box menu? Because of COVID-19 period, only my cousins came and I couldn't invite my friends. I was waiting and waiting until 6:30 p.m. when I started cutting my birthday cake. When everyone, including my father, mother, brother, little sister, and grandparents, sang the happy birthday song. Now the time to open my few presents arrived. I opened the big box. The most useful present I got was a laptop. I was so surprised to get a laptop. It was the thing that I needed most at the time. It was the right gift at the right time. A laptop was what I really needed to get through this COVID-19 pandemic situation for my online school. Did you know who sent it to me? One of my father's friends sent it to me on my birthday. Because of COVID period, I didn't have so much presents. But my laptop saves my life. And that is why my 6th birthday is one of the happiest days of my life. Thank you. Vahesan. Try and try till you succeed. Try and try till you succeed. Succeed.
I worried and terrified of something. Terrified of something that you have to do. How am I going to respond to that situation? We are speakers, coach, parents, and friends. When I was 5, I faced a situation like that. I had gone for adventures with my family to Kitterkal at Colombo. We had many adventures experiences there. The most thrilling was mountain trail, followed by climbing down from the mountain. I enjoyed the mountain trail. Then I came to the telephone walk. It seems scary to get down. I tiptoed to the edge and frightened to take a look. I cried and refused to get down. Then I realized there's not any choice. I have to do it anyway. My trainer calmed and assured me. I changed my scared mind and went with Mom, Dad, and trainer. My leg was shivering, my heart was beating fast, but I tried with confidence. Yeah, I successfully completed. What an unbelievable and terrifying and what an unbelievable and terrifying experience I had at my childhood. Dear friends, if you want to achieve anything, have a staying positive and keep trying. You will achieve everything you want to achieve. Thank you. Now,
Micheli Kadanger, the day I went to the zoo. The day I went to the zoo. Micheli Kadanger.
Amar, hold on for a second. Let me pronounce the name properly. Michelle Kandanage, the day I went to the zoo. The day I went to the zoo. Michelle Kandanage.
Do you like to stay at home? I don't. But what if we had a chance to enjoy our holidays by visiting animals? My dear keynote speaker, coach, parents, and my dear positive friends. I was surprised one early morning I heard a good news that we are going to zoo with my parents. We packed all the necessary stuff and went there. We have to buy tickets to enter an amazing place. Long neck, pinky flamingo, puffy shiny, eyes and tail. Welcome all to the kingdom of animals. Green John saying hello to the animals, birds and fish by walking all over the zoo. The zoo is a place where the animals, birds and fish keep in a safe place. When I recall my experience at the zoo, I feel that I'm so lucky to got the chance for the horrible pandemic. I need to thank for my parents to take me there to have a great fun with wonderful memories. Thank you.
Hisham Hari is my most memorable birthday. My most memorable birthday, Hisham.
What is better than cake and candle for your birthday? Dear keynote speaker, coach, parents, and friends. I got something better than that on my 6th birthday. That was just before COVID-19. My mother asked me if I want to have a day out instead of a birthday party. I agreed. So on my birthday, we had an early breakfast and we went to the park. I played games, I played. It even had a bouncy castle. I played a lot. After that, we went for lunch. I had my favorite burger and chips. For dessert, we had yummy ice cream. In the evening, my father took us swimming. It was a beautiful pool. I swim and swim until my skin is wrinkled. My 8th birthday is coming in December. I hope COVID-19 will be over and I can have a birthday outside again. Thank you.
Ashwin Pereira is an unforgettable day in my life. Ashwin Pereira.
Can you think of an unforgettable moment in your life? They are unforgettable, aren't they? Dear keynote speaker, parents and friends, I have unforgettable moment in my life. One day, my friend Fido came to visit me. I was so happy because she's my best friend and I like to play with her. I got an idea. I got some balloons and filled them up with water. I asked Father to tie them up for me. After that, we took them upstairs and bang. 2 of the balloons have already popped. And bang again. One of the balloons that my friend had a hole in it. So it was leaking water. All the water spilled out. Before my friend and I could stop it. And then we played some other things. Another day, my friend and I were trying to fly a kite. And the balloon pieces were still there. And they reminded me about that funny moment. My dear friends, don't forget to have fun because those moments will always be there with you as good memories. Thank you.
Aiden Varasapperuma.
Aiden.
My pet Aiden Peruma.
Let me pronounce the name once again.
Aiden.
Aiden Varsaperuma. My pets. Aiden Varsaperuma.
Should I start, sir?
Yes.
Have you ever had your pets eaten up by your own pets? Dear keynote speaker, coach, parents, and friends. One day, I bought 2 colorful goldfish from the aquarium, and they were so beautiful. I named them Orangey and Red White, exactly matching their colors. I went home and released them into the big fish tank with my carps. They were happily swimming around when I checked on them. I went for my afternoon nap, woke up so excited to check on my goldfish, but was only able to find one. That's when I saw it. My poor red white has been eaten alive by my 8 ferocious carps and was floating on the edge of the tank. I felt terrified. Thank you. Lucky, I ran to my dad and said, "Dad, red white is eaten up." Luckily, Orangey was still alive, so we quickly put him into another fish tank before the other 3 launched another deadly attack. Friends, all pets are not the same.
Some pets are more dangerous than others, so make sure to never ever put your innocent pets with harmful ones. Thank you.
Excuse me, coach, can I tell it again?
Ammar, can you please put Mariam's picture up? Sorry, not Mariam, Zaina's picture up because she wants to do the speech again. The audio was down when she was giving the speech, so can you please get her flyer up? Ammar? Zaina Ishraq, the most memorable and fun trip. The most memorable and fun trip, Zaina Ishraq. Ammar, can we spotlight Zaina, please? Ammar, can you respond?
Zaina is on spotlight. Wait, Zaina has disconnected. Zaina has lost her connection.
Okay, hold on for a second, please.
Hello? The speak club.
Sorry, sir, there was a connection error. Can you hear me?
Yes, Zaina, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead. Yeah, give your speech.
The most memorable and fun trip. Have you been on trips? I'm sure you have, but some trips are better than others, aren't they? Dear keynote speaker, coach, parents, and friends, the most memorable and fun trip was when I went to Negombo with my cousin. We went in the early morning. They were so excited to spend time with my cousin. I and my grandparents, along with my little brother, traveled in my uncle's vehicle. I was so excited. We reached in the We had a beautiful room with a luxury bathroom. I took a few of my toys to play with my cousin. We played all day. We almost forgot to take a dip in the pool. The next morning, we had our breakfast and jumped into the pool. From there on, we went to the beach and built sand castles and decorated it with shells. I saw fishermen and jewelry sellers. My grandfather bought me and my cousin bracelets made out of pearls, beads. After playing and having fun,
I was tired and hungry. You know it's a great trip when you're tired and hungry and happy all at the same time. So my dear friends, what do you think made this trip special? Was it the bracelet, the beach, the pool, or the bedroom? None of that. It was spent. It was my family. I'm grateful to my family. So dear friends, nothing is more important than my family. Thank you.
Amar, there's no sound.
Wow. Wow. Well, I'm impressed.
That was an excellent performance by some excellent speakers. Let me remind you that it was the students who came up with the ideas of their speeches, and it was they who wrote the speeches. That's why they deserve another big round of applause. Now, I'm curious to know how these children transformed to become such an amazing speakers. Well, let's listen to the people behind the screen. Let me try Bobby's Team, Sharif, Dilan, Hamra, Hassan, Kidney, Segara, and Shakya Nan.
Thank you. Well, Sharif, Hamra, and Kitmi are unable to join us because one of them is not feeling well. One of them is he's joining us from abroad, so there is a time difference. So it's only me and Shakya tonight. In fact, Shakya, why don't you start? What do you have to? Any comments that you would like to make?
Definitely. I'd like to say that for me as an individual and as a teacher, it's been an absolutely amazing journey watching them grow from the very first day when they join our classes and when they leave and when they come and do their speeches at the Speakarnival. It is such a fulfilling moment for, I think, any individual to witness how they've really come out of their shell and how they've grown a little bit into being into exploring that inner self-confidence that they really do have and shining in their own light. And I think what's beautiful about teaching, as always, is that teaching goes both ways. As much as you would, I suppose, teach the student and the student would learn from you, you as a teacher also learn from the student. And more than that, they are absolutely entertaining. I leave every class having a new story to tell my parents and share with my friends. And they make your life, I guess, a whole lot brighter and very, very interesting. And communication in general is an integral part of our lives. No matter where we are, no matter how old we grow, we always have to communicate, be it interpersonal communication with just a group of your friends or strangers that you meet, to being able to conduct board meetings and meet with the corporates and persuade them of the ideas that you have. Everything is about communication and the ability to speak coherently, to express your ideas and opinions, and in the process, discover who you really are and the strengths embedded in you, I think is simply amazing. And so overall, it's genuinely been an absolutely fulfilling and thrilling journey. And I'm so proud of all of you here today. You've done a fantastic job. Well done.
Okay, right. Kids, I have a question for you. Do you have any idea why we don't have a contest? Why we have a carnival instead? Did anyone think about it? Why doesn't Speak have a contest? Why do they call it a carnival? Anyone? Any answers?
All are good.
Sorry?
All are good.
All are good. Okay. All right. Anyone else? Are there any other answers why we don't call it a contest, instead why we call it a carnival?
Because it's online.
The people are getting nervous.
What did you ask?
People are getting nervous.
Pandemic?
We are telling contest. And
Carnival
is more not nervous.
Okay, so carnival means that you don't have to.
Because of the pandemic?
Because it's a pandemic, okay.
Also, you train for public speaking. But
Also, what is that?
also, you train for public speaking, but
Also,
then you don't like, if you don't do a speak carnival, you don't like speak in front of the public. Maybe in the future you will do it, but
okay.
after you train, you have to do it. Or maybe in the future,
That's why she's
what you learned now, maybe. So it's a
All
good
right.
idea
how
if
to
you
speak in
do it
public.
now.
What did you ask?
I asked, why do you call it a carnival, not a contest, right? We don't call it a contest. Why do we have a carnival instead? Okay, all right. There are so many. Okay, Zoom host, if you can just turn the mic on for just one person.
Sir, how's my speech?
Yeah, I'll tell you about it, Divyesh.
Coach, how was my speech?
You know, all the speeches you've done, I'm gonna tell about it in just a moment, right? Okay, right. So okay, here's the reason. Here's why we don't have a contest and why we have a carnival instead. The answer is simple, because we don't believe in, not that we don't believe in, but you know, when we create an environment where you have to compete with others, just like our keynote speaker said, what happens is you begin to compete with someone else. You try to beat the other person and become just better than that person. But that is not the environment that we want to create at Speak. That is not the atmosphere that we are looking at. Instead, what we are looking at is, we are looking to create an environment where every one of us will learn to compete with ourselves. We'll learn to become the best version of ourselves. That is precisely why we call it a carnival instead of a contest. And you kids know, you have been with us for the last 10 weeks, and you know that each one of you came to us with a different set of skills. Some were shy, some were nervous, some were really passionate about speaking. Some just wanted to take the stage and conquer it. So there were different types of personalities. So for those who really loved public speaking,
Sir scored me also.
host, can you please put some the others on mute? I think there's a lot of noise in the background. Okay, so there were lots of different personalities who were joining us. So what was crucial for us to understand is, okay, there are people who love public speaking and there are people who are shy, nervous, and scared. It's easy to train those people who are passionate about public speaking because they love to take the stage, they love to be on stage, they love to just go there and express themselves. But those people, those kids who are shy, nervous, scared, these are precisely the kinds of personalities that we seek to transform. Of course, we seek to transform those students who love public speaking as well. But you see, we are only as strong as our weakest element. So when we tap on the students who are scared, nervous, shy, and when we can personalize a curriculum to take them from here to here without comparing them with someone else, that is when you actually achieve success. That is when you actually compete with yourself and you become a better version. And once you're here, you compete with yourself again. And then you reach this point and you keep climbing until you become a better version of yourself. And that is precisely what we do at Speak. And that is why we call ourselves the School of Personality Transformation. And that is precisely why we have the Speakarnival. So tonight, we saw different personalities on stage. We saw personalities who looked like professionals coming on the stage, coming on the screen and nailing it. And we saw personalities who comparatively might not have nailed it, but in our eyes, they actually nailed it. Because they became the better versions of themselves. In the beginning, you saw these videos where we showed you the first speech and the last speech. And that is precisely what happened tonight as well. We never saw the first speech. You only saw the last speech, but we saw the first speech and the last speech. And that is where the transformation actually happened, from the beginning to the end. And this is why these Speak Carnivals are so crucial, because this brings to light your true potential to become the better version of yourself. Because you never saw your first speech. Now you have the opportunity to see your first speech and compare your last speech and tell yourself, hey, I really have the potential to transform. I really have the potential to become better. And that is the message that I want you to take home tonight. That you have the potential to become the better every single day. So with that, I would like to hear from the parents if they have to say anything, if they have any comments to make. So the floor is open for the parents and the students as well. If you have any comments, Zoom host, please make sure that you control the mic appropriately so that you let one person talk and maybe you can put the others on mute. If you want to talk, maybe you can raise your hands and the Zoom host can unmute you. I think that's a good way of going about it. So is there anyone who want to make a comment? Parents or students, just raise your hand and the Zoom host will okay.
How is my speech?
Your speech was brilliant, Harun. It was really, really good. Just as always, you're an authentic speaker. I've told you that. You speak from your heart. So good job. In fact, all of you who gave the speeches from batch 48, 49, batch 50 and 51, all of you did an amazing job. Kudos. So any comments anyone would like to make? Parents or students?
Hello.
Yes.
I am Harun's father.
Yes.
I wish to thank you all again for your good job.
Thank you.
And like to congratulate, I think, Shakya for her achievements.
Amma, can you bring Shakya on screen as well, please?
I'll close the door.
Yeah. Like to congratulate you on your achievement. I couldn't wish you before.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
And thank for training Harun.
You're most welcome. It's my
welcome.
pleasure.
Thank you.
How is he? I think for me, the first speech was better than this speech. What he did last time, if you all have the recording, I have the recording.
We can share the recording. We can share the recording with you.
Yeah, I think, but he likes this. He likes this class more than any other class. So
right, that's good. That's good to know.
Anyway, wish to thank you all, and hopefully we can do the third level also.
Oh, thank you. Hopefully, yeah, we'll keep you posted.
Keep us. Anyway, thank you, and all the best to both of you all.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to make a comment? Yes, Tanuli, yeah. Yes, darling, go ahead. Tanuli? Tanuli, you're on mute. Tanuli, you're on mute.
Was my speech good?
Oh, your speech was good, yeah. Your speech was really good. Well done, good job. Is there anyone
Hello,
else?
I'm Zikra's mom here.
Yes.
Yes, you all have done a wonderful job with Zikra, and she has transformed.
Thank you.
Well,
Amma, can you speak?
yeah.
Go
She
ahead.
was so frightened at the first day. She actually started crying, saying that she couldn't come and start the lesson. And she's a total transformation from that. So we're actually very happy with what you all have done with her. And we plan to continue and follow your other levels.
Oh, thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
I'm really happy. I'm really happy that she's liking the class.
She likes the class, and during this pandemic, this was the only source of distraction for her, because they were locked up at home and they had no friends, they had nothing. So she was waiting for this after her first session. She was happy to come to this. This was the only thing she used to come, and she stopped following school classes because she didn't want to do online lessons. It was then we started giving her this session, saying that, you can change direction and distract yourself.
Right. That's so soothing.
So thank you so much for all what you all have done.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for the words of encouragement. I think this will take us a long way. Thank you. Anyone else who would like to make a comment?
How did I do?
Yes, darling, go ahead. Zaina?
How did I do?
You did well. You were very brave. You were not happy with your first attempt, so that you wanted to go and do it the second time. So you were very, very brave. So well done. Good job. Okay. Any other comments? I think it's almost closing in 9 p.m. So we have lots of hands up. Can you spotlight someone? Yeah. I think it's Devin.
Hi, sir. Did I did well in this one?
Yes, you did well. You did a really good job.
If you could, can you send me this one and my first attempt?
Oh yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
Okay, sir. You should.
You're sure you can handle it? You're sure you can handle it?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you could, can you send it from WhatsApp?
Okay, yeah, we have to edit the videos first, all right? So it will take a while, so we'll definitely send it to you.
Okay.
Okay. So anyone else? Yeah, generally? Generally, do you want to say something? Amar, can you spotlight someone else, please? I think she's having trouble unmuting herself. Aiden wants to say, Amar, yeah, Aiden. Yeah. Yes, Aiden, Oshala, you're on spotlight.
Yeah, hi everyone. Hi Parviz and the team. Thank you very much. I think Aiden had his some of his cousins today listening in through Facebook as well, and they were all so excited to see the transformation that he has received.
Yeah.
He's excited right now as well. Thank you so much, Parviz and the team. All of you guys have done a fantastic job to get him to where he was. As you know, he was kind of reluctant to get in front of the camera, and then now he's all out with his expressions, even this kind of gestures. Exactly. I'm so proud of him. Thank you so much. And Shaka, congratulations on your achievement as well. It's just phenomenal. It's yet another feather in the cap for you guys for all the awesome stuff that you all do.
Thank you, Oshala. Thanks for the kind words.
Thank you.
We'll do our best. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, yeah, Shanuli.
I got a lot more confident after classes, the speak classes. Generally.
Oh, that's the best news.
Did I do okay today?
Huh? Oh, you did brilliant.
But I made that face after I thought I was off the screen in the live. After I was nervous. And
that's
okay.
Yeah, you remember what you told me? You remember what you told me once in the class about going up on stage?
Be nervous.
Yeah, that you can't see yourself going on stage in front of people.
Huh?
You remember you telling me that, you can't see yourself going in front of stage, in front of people when you were talking about the Speakarnival.
No, I didn't. Did I?
You didn't? You were telling me that
I said I'm not nervous, but I start sweating and shaking.
Oh yeah, exactly, yeah.
I'm not nervous in mind, like I'm not really too scared. I'm not even scared a little bit, but my body got out.
Yeah, you start sweating. You said. I think she got stuck. Dihan has his hands raised. Yes, Dihan.
Sir, I need to say you done a great job, and I can't believe I just did this speech. I was so nervous. Thank you, sir, and yeah.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thanks a lot. I'm so glad that you were able to do it. Mariam, I think you're on spotlight.
Was my speech good?
Your speech was good. It was really good. Shakia, what do you think?
I'm sure it was absolutely fantastic.
Abarajidan, I think Abarajidan's father is there.
Yeah, I'm Aravindan, actually Abarajidan's father. Actually, it's a well-planned program from Farviz and the team. So actually, this is the first stage for my son. So it's really helpful for, especially as we are from North. So it's a very good program for us. And definitely it will be a stepping stone for my son, and he will definitely follow. By the way, I congratulate Shakya for her achievement recently. Congratulations. And thanks. And I wish you all very best for continuing the same success story in Pages. Thank you so much. All the very best, Parvez and team.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Do we have a parent, Nalin Basnayaka, who's had generally?
Sir, was my speech good?
Shakya, what do you have to say?
Generally, you were brilliant. Don't worry, you were awesome.
You were really, really good, generally. You were brilliant as always. Your speech was striking. Good job. And you know what? You did a brilliant job despite the bad fall you had, where you had to knock your head and you had to get stitches done, right? Despite that, I think you did a really, really good job. So
thank you, sir.
Okay. Ifad has got his hands raised.
You can talk.
Yeah.
Yes, Ifad.
Was my speech and my hand gestures and facial expressions, all of that were good?
They were really good. Shakya?
Yeah, they were really, really great. On point. Superb.
Yeah, thank you.
You did a super job. Well done.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Who else? I think Saral Pranav wants to say something. Yes, Saral Pranav?
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
When I got stuck in a speech, how can I correct it?
When you got stuck in your speech, how can you correct it? Okay, if you get stuck in your speech, do you think the audience will notice that you're stuck?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Not today, but include in future. Sorry.
In future. All right, okay. So if you pretended like you never got stuck, if you pretended that you knew the words and if you continue to speak, do you think the audience will notice that you're stuck?
Yes.
Yeah, if you pretended?
Yes.
If you pretended that you remembered your speech, you get stuck, right? Imagine this. You get stuck, but you pretend that you didn't forget, but you continue your speech with your own words. Do you think the audience will notice that you're stuck?
No.
No, right? Exactly. Yeah. So that is what you need to develop yourself to. You need to learn to give speeches, not by memorizing, but by learning the speech, knowing the words. I mean, we'll do that. You've just finished stage 1, right? So you need to get to the point where you can continue speaking by using your own words as well, without just memorizing speeches.
Okay, sir.
Okay, all right. I think Shanuli is back. We lost her due to a connection. Shanuli? Yeah, Shanuli is back. Would you like to spotlight Shanuli? Yes, Shanuli, you were saying something and I think we lost you.
Yes, I had a connection problem.
Yeah.
I said I was saying I was shaking in middle of this time, even though I didn't want to and I wasn't scared at all.
Yeah. Yeah. But you were nervous? Is that why you were shaking?
I think so, but I wasn't scared. So I didn't feel nervous in mind.
Yeah, I think the strange thing about human beings is we don't realize that we don't have total control over our body. Realize that, right? So, and that happens when you go on stage. Your body takes control now, okay? Now it shows signs of nervousness, although we try our best to suppress it. Now, the best thing about public speaking is it gives you that control over your body. Now, that, like Dilan said, all of us are nervous at some point when we go on stage. But the more you speak, the more you learn to gain control over your body, right? It's not like suppressing it. I mean, it's not like getting rid of nervousness. Like, nervousness is not like something you can just rip it out and throw it away into the garbage. No, it's there. It will be there, right? But we have to learn to control it. Like fear, like fear. It's there, right? We learn to control it. I think you did it tonight. That's exactly what you did. And this happened in the class as well, right? You told me the same thing when you were talking about the Speakarnival. I remember you telling me that, right? But that is precisely what you did. And that is why you need to be happy about yourself. Because you conquered something most of us find it so difficult to do. So give a nice tap over your shoulder and say, well done, Shanoli. Okay, darling, all the best, right?
Sir, can I go? I want to speak to you something.
Okay, go ahead. What is it?
Thank you, sir, for teaching me how to speak and get the expressions I know now. Thank you, Shakya, to give me so much fun. And sir, I love to speak with you and have fun. This is the most fun class I ever had.
Oh my God.
Actually, thank you, sir, and Ms. Shakya Miss for the wonderful training given to these kids. And I was amazed at you how you are patiently handling these kids and raise them to a next level. I really congratulate both of you and good luck.
I think Divyesh came to the class because he liked Shakya more than he did me.
Actually, he's fighting with me too. He wants to talk.
Yeah, we love you too, darling. Divyesh, we love you to bits as well.
Thank you, sir, and Shakya.
You're welcome. And we have Sinuri's teacher, Chandrika Bastians. Can we put her on spotlight because there's something?
Send us the video of us.
Oh yes, we'll try our best to send that to you at supersonic speed. Okay. Chandrika Bastians. Yeah, can you put her on spotlight, please, Amar? Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Parvez.
Hello.
I want to say a big thank you to all of you for transforming this child Sinuri. She was such a, a shy and backward child. But after she joined this class, I can see a really big transformation in her. And she can give a speech anywhere, even in her school or any place. I have no fear in that. So I want to say a big thank you to all of you, the whole team, the Speak Academy team, and also your admin team. They also do a fantastic job. So I once again want to thank you, Mr. Parvez, for all the trouble taken in transforming these children in a fabulous and wonderful way.
Thank you, teacher. And I need to mention this. I don't think Shakya knows this as well because we never had time to discuss. Now, Chandrika Bastians, she's Sinuri's teacher, right? She enrolled Sinuri to the class, and every class she would come and sit in with Sinuri, right? So after the lesson, she would somehow, I don't know how she contacted Sinuri, probably through Zoom. Now she would work with Sinuri. right? Initially, we had a lot of talking to do, right, about Sinuri. And she's a pure inspiration as a teacher. Oh my God. I don't know how you can do that, commit so much time, come to the class, take it all in and go back and give it back to the student. You're amazing, seriously.
Thank you so much, sir. That
Keep
is
up
what
your
I
great
want.
work. Keep up your great work.
Thank you so much. I want to enroll more students in your academy and transform as much as possible.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you,
Thank you
Dilan.
so
All the
much.
best.
Thank you so much.
You have an abundance in everything in life.
Thank you so much. Really, God will bless you all.
God bless you too. Okie dokie. It's 9:10. It's taken such a long time. I think this is the longest conversation that we've had with kids after a Speakarnival. So I think it's time to call it a wrap. So before we call it a wrap, I would just like to ask Ammar to display the certificates so they can award them as well. Okay. Aravindan Abarajidan, congratulations on completing level 1. Krundavi Vasandaraja, congratulations on completing level 1. Migahage Donna Sinuri Dahamya, congratulations, darling, on completing level 1. Ifad Rifaz, congratulations on completing level 1. Oniti Hesanga Velahetti, congratulations on completing level 1. Sethmi Ayansa Patirana, congratulations on completing level 1. Ganesha Murthy Anusharan, congratulations on completing level 1. Ritika Vasantaraja, congratulations on completing level 1. Mariam Sabri Marika, congratulations on completing level 1. Senoli Senasingha, congratulations on completing level 1. Shanuli Ayansa Pereira, congratulations on completing level 1. Onali Pabasara Angamana, congratulations on completing level 1. Devin Rajapaksa, congratulations on completing level 1. Bihen Rajapaksa, congratulations on completing level 1. Ayana Ajmal, congratulations on completing level 1. Ainul Hadia Ismi Mohammed, congratulations on completing level 1. Amiaz Irshad, congratulations on completing level 1. Jenuli Sehanya Basnaika, congratulations on completing level 1. Prashantan Saral Pranav, congratulations on completing level 1. Fatima Zikra Rifzan, congratulations on completing level 1. Serena De Silva did not participate. You can skip. She'll be participating for the next speech carnival. MH Hisham, congratulations on completing level 1. Sorry, MH Hisham, congratulations on completing level 2. Yeah. Michelle Khadanage, congratulations on completing level 2. Mariam Farouk, congratulations on completing level 2. Yetuli Yenulia De Silva, congratulations on completing level 2. Tenuli Ashiria Halpewatta, congratulations on completing level 2. Fatima Zaina Ishraq, congratulations on completing level 2. Aiden Varsa Peruma, congratulations on completing level 2. Arav Mantagani also will be participating for the next Speakarnival. Ashwina Shubhangi Piris, congratulations on completing level 2. Divyesh Vahisan, congratulations on completing level 2. Harun Hussain, congratulations on completing level 2. Menul Sagit Tevnula, congratulations on completing level 2. Okie dokie. So can we pass the controls over to our MC to give the vote of thanks, Amma?
With that interesting and inspiring keynote speech, the 24th Speakarnival has come to a close. I'm sure all of you enjoyed today's event. It was a wonderful event with an array of interesting speeches and one life-changing keynote speech. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who made this possible. And I would like to thank our keynote speaker, Mr. Dilan Joseph, the students for enlightening and entertaining with their wonderful speeches, the role players from Speak Academy, parents, coaches and guests, the Zoom host for today, Mr. Ammar Fali, and finally, Mr. Parvez Imamuddin. I wish you all the very best and I wish you a very good night. Thank you.
Before you leave, everyone, can we quickly take a Zoom selfie? Yep. So can you please turn your cameras on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can.
Yeah, please.
I
turn
love
your
that.
cameras on.
I love that.
Okay.
I will definitely.
Do you want to give poses?
Right. Okay. Then Saral Pranav, can you please turn your camera on? Hisham, Haris, and Senoli.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Do you want to give poses, expressions?
Yeah, you can give the best. You can give the excited pose if you want, but we'll suggest a simple pose as well. Oniti, darling, can you turn your camera on as well because we're gonna take the picture now.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I'm Menul's brother.
Yeah.
So I could not speak. And
Are you-
sir,
You can participate as well. You can participate in the selfie as well.
Okay.
Okay,
Sir,
right.
I especially thank you for teaching my brother like this.
Thank you. And there's Shakya as well. Shakya also played a role. And there's
And I
Sharif.
thank all of your team of
Oh,
Speak
thank you.
Academy.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay.
It's not even switch on the camera yet.
Teacher Chandrika Bastian's teacher, you can also turn your camera on.
Can we put an emoji?
Okay. Right.
Yes, I do want to don't
Uliti,
be.
go ahead. Turn your camera on, please.
Sir, we should put any emotes or something?
Huh?
And
she emotes or
Okay, right.
something?
Okay, fine. If you liked the Speakarnival, show 1 thumbs up. If you loved it, show 2 thumbs up. If you absolutely loved it, give the craziest post ever. All right. Okay. With a big smile, with a wide smile. Okay, right. I am looking at your face. I think the Mariam is also there. I think Mariam just joined. Uniti, your camera is turned off, darling. Camera is turned off. Okay, right. Now it's on. Ammar, you can also turn your camera on if you want. Okay. So at the count of 3, 1. Mario, okay. 1, 2, 3. I think we got it. Thanks a lot, people. Until we see you again, please keep safe and have a great night. Bye-bye. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Bye,
sir.
Bye.
Thank you for the great night, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye, sir. Bye, everybody. Sir, I have a question. Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Sir, does this mean that my Mali also can participate in the Speak Club with me?
I'll give you a call about this. We'll talk over the phone. Okay. Amar, you can end it.
There I started at year 1. There was PG and KG, but I didn't start from that because I already had went to the nursery.
But guess what I did? I started playing games.
Is to be another scientist, and that will be one reason too. The people around me took the notice of my change and they said, Amy, oh, how dark you've become.
My friend's name is Huda. She is 9 years old. Her favorite color is black.
Your legs start to shiver, your heart is a pounding drum, your brain sizzles furiously.